Is Denzel Washington really richer than Will Smith? A once aspired doctor is now one of his generation's best actors who didn't always want to be one, and now he's making millions. We are talking about Denzel Washington, who is currently one of the richest actors in Hollywood, and some even claim that he is much richer than Will Smith. So is it true, or is there just a rumor going around? First, let's get to know about his life. We already know that Denzel Washington is an American actor, screenwriter, producer, and director. He was born on December 28, 1954, in Mount Vernon, New York. Denzel's mother sent him to the Oakland Military Academy in New Windsor, New York, after a divorce. The actor would later say that decision saved his life. Before he went to military school, he and his best friends were going in the wrong direction. Denzel went to college at Fordham University in New York City and played basketball there. He took a semester off to think about the rest of his life and decide what he wanted to study. During that time, he worked at a YMCA camp for a summer. Denzel's performance at a camp talent show was so good that one of his fellow campers suggested he become an actor. When he went back to Fordham that fall, he started taking drama classes. In 1977, he got a BA in both drama and journalism. Washington won a full scholarship to go to the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, but he left after a year to become an actor for a living in New York. He had been on a few stage shows before, but Wilma, a TV movie made in 1977, was his first role on the big screen. Soon after, he had a few smaller roles on stage and in movies, but his big break came in 1982 when he was cast in the popular medical drama Saint Elsewhere. He played Dr. Philip Chandler for the whole 6 years that the show was on. Washington's fame grew quickly as he showed off his amazing skills in movies like Malcolm X, The Pelican Brief, Philadelphia, and Courage Under Fire. Soon, he was making a lot of money from his movie roles. In 1995, the science fiction movie Virtuosity made him $7.5 million. In the 1998 movies Fallen and The Siege, and in the 2001 movie Training Day, for which he won an Oscar, he made a cool $12 million each time. Denzel Washington makes more than $60 million a year now. In 1988, Washington was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Cry Freedom, which was an anti-apartheid movie. In 1989, he won the same award for his role in Glory. In the same year, he also played a football player in the Disney drama Remember the Titans. The movie made over $100 million at the box office and won him both a Black Reel Award and an NAACP Image Award for Best Actor. At the Golden Globe Awards in 2016, Denzel was given the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award. The actor has 3 honorary doctorates, even though he never finished graduate school. So what does his career in directing and producing look like? Washington's first movie as a director was Antoine Fisher, which he made in 2002. Since then, he has made The Great Debaters and Fences. He has also made movies and TV shows. The Book of Eli and The Equalizer are just 2 of the movies he has made. So how much riches does he have? Denzel Washington hasn't just kept his fame and big paychecks to himself. He's also helped a number of good causes with both money and his time. He has been the Boys and Girls Club of America spokesperson since 1993 and a member of its board of directors since 1995. He has given a lot of money to Nelson Mandela's Children's Fund, Wiley College, Fordham University, and the Fisher House Foundation. In the late 1990s, Denzel and his wife built a huge mansion on a lot that had never been built on before. It was in the exclusive gated community of Beverly Park, which is high up in the hills of Beverly Hills. The main house is 30,000 square feet big. It takes up 5,000 square feet. The nearby home of Mark Wahlberg is similar. Mark put his house on the market for $87.5 million in April 2022. Denzel currently has a net worth of $280 million. Denzel Washington can make easily between $60 and $80 million in his acting and producing years. But what about Will Smith? Is he as rich as Denzel? Will Smith has been one of the most famous and well-liked people in the world for decades. Will Smith made about $10 million from his music career between 1988 and 1990. Will spent his money like it was going out of style because he thought the good times would never end. He bought homes, cars, clothes, jewelry, and a lot of other things. He didn't just treat himself well, he also treated his family and friends well. Also, Will did not pay his taxes during the good times, which was a bad thing. Will found out when he was 21 that he had not paid $2.8 million in taxes during his fat years. Taking inflation into account, that's the same as owing around $6 million now. When Will was paid $500,000 to star in 6 Degrees of Separation in 1993, the movie got good reviews, and this was the time Will rode high from the hit sitcom. In 1995, when he co-starred in the hit action comedy Bad Boys, which made $2 million, his movie career took off in a big way. Years later, he got $20 million to be in the follow-up movie. Will made $200 million from movie salaries and bonuses in the 20 years between 1993 and 2013. As of this video, he has made well over $300 million from his movies, and if some of the rumors about his back-end deals are true, he may have made even more. Will's biggest known paycheck came from Men in Black 3 in 2013. He got a 10% cut of the gross, so he got $20 million up front and $80 million in back-end points. He also reportedly had 20% of how much Bad Boys 2, Hancock, and The Pursuit of Happiness made at the box office. Even so, it's possible that he had 20% of net profits instead of gross profits, which would be a very different number. If he does have gross points, those 4 movies alone would have made him $355 million. Will made $25 million from I Am Legend in 2007. The $28 million he got for iRobot was the most money he got all at once. In 2018, he made $20 million to be in Bright on Netflix. Will's role in Bright 2 is said to have cost Netflix $35 million. Smith was paid $20 million up front for the 2021 movie King Richard. Because of COVID, Warner Brothers put the movie on HBO Max instead of letting it play in theaters for a long time. Warner Brothers gave Smith a $40 million bonus to make up for the millions of dollars Smith would have made from movie ticket back-end points. That made the total money he made from the movie $60 million. Will Smith was paid $35 million up front for the movie Emancipation. Will has been married to Jada Pinkett since 1997. Will and Jada have about 10 properties in the United States that they own. Will and Jada bought a beautiful 100-acre property in the hills between Malibu and Calabasas, California for $7.5 million in 1999. The property has a 20,000 square foot main house, several guest houses, a private lake, a horse riding ring, equestrian trails, stables, tennis courts, and much more. The house also has a meditation room, a skylight that can be opened or closed in the main living area, and the recording studio where Willow Smith made Whip My Hair, her first big hit. In 2013, they quietly put the property on the market for $42 million, but no one bought it. Today, this property is probably worth between $50 and $70 million by itself. They also own a 9,000 square foot home in Hidden Hills, California that's a part of a gated community. Will and Jada bought a 10,400 square foot home in Hidden Hills, California for just over $11 million in September 2021. The Smiths also own at least $100 million worth of property all over the world. Overall, his net worth is $350 million, and he is one of the best paid actors of the last 20 years. So, after knowing everything, it is clear that Will Smith is richer than Denzel Washington in reality. That comes to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Also, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more updates.